Hello, everybody. I'm hoping you're having a wonderful season. So by now, you're probably noticing your child probably has some pretty good talent, and you're probably wanting something more for them. And you're probably considering club, or you're probably getting asked by some club coaches to go participate. So I'm gonna give you some thoughts and maybe answer some questions you probably weren't even thinking of. I'm gonna draw on my experience because I just finished coaching my club team, the birth year, they were all 2004s. So now most of those boys are all in college. I'm proud to say uh, everybody got an offer to go to college, whether they wanted to or not. Not all of them wanted to go that way. But that is what's possible with club soccer and training at a higher level. And it wasn't easy. There was a lot that goes into that. So again, there's some things you want to think about before you decide to go to club. This team was the most successful team to ever come out of the desert, the most successful sports team to ever come out of the desert. We won the tournaments we won. They're the biggest tournaments in the United States. So real proud of this team, and this is what's possible here in the high desert. So first thing, when you go into a club, you join a league. It's called Coast Soccer League, and club is different. It's like recreation. Everybody must play. Now in club, the time is not equal. The coach is picking the best of the best, and everybody's fighting for playing time constantly. Okay, there's no guarantee. It does cost money. There's monthly dues. There's tournaments you must pay for. And again, that's something you want to start thinking about because it's going to take time and money. It does. I'm not saying it's not worth it because it is totally worth it. I'll never forget this experience. So when you first join the Coast Soccer League, you're going to join as Division II. Okay, it's the lowest level. So you're going to be playing other Division II teams. And if you win the season, meaning like you come first or second, they will promote you to Division I. And same thing, you win Division I, you'll be promoted to the Champions League. When you win the Champions League, you'll be promoted to Premier, which is the highest level. Now, as there are levels, there's MLS next, or some other levels beyond that, but really the Premier level is the highest level. So that's one of the things you want to figure out first. Okay, and if you're taking your team club or you're going to join a club, you got to figure out, is that club successful? Okay, what does that mean is the club successful? Figure out what level teams that club has. If they don't have a lot of premier teams, if they don't have a high level teams, it's probably not a super successful club, and it might save you some frustration by not doing it. Storm has a lot of premier teams. We have a lot of high level teams. We have the most high level teams in the high desert by far. We are by far the most successful club in the high desert. Like I said, we've had multiple teams win the Premier League, and we've actually won some of the biggest tournaments in the United States. One of the biggest ones is called Surf Cup. Now, it's not a surfing competition. It's called Surf Cup, which is held down in San Diego. It's one of the top 3 tournaments in the United States. So that's a very big thing to win. We've got teams that have won National Cup. There's lots of things we have won. So if you're looking for success, that was what we bring to the table. So I will warn you, again, you got to make sure whoever's asking you if they've been are they a successful coach? Have they been successful? Have they been coaching a long time? If they've been coaching a long time, ask them what's the highest level they coached. Now, there's a caveat to that. I'm a dad coach, and I have a lot of dad coaches. I didn't have any success yet. When I just came in, I didn't have any. But what I did have, I have innate curiosity in how to be better at this game. So I was constantly studying and getting better. And one of the biggest things is, does the club have a good director? Our director of our club, Paul Casares, happens to be one of the most successful club coaches in Southern California, and that's where the best soccer is played. So at some point when I can only coach to a certain level, he came in and brought our team to some huge success. So he also coaches. He's also our director of our coaches, and he's advising them how to get their teams better. So our coaches have somebody to ask who's wildly successful. So that's another thing you want to make sure. You're joining a good club, and you got a coach that's willing to keep learning, and at some point you're going to need to bring a trainer in to help you get to that next level, because that's ultimately what you want to do. Getting promoted is super important because you're trying to get to the next level. Because I was, like I mentioned, it's time sensitive. You want to keep promoting so you get to play at premier level. The reason you want to play at the premier level is because you get invited to the right tournaments. The right tournaments cost, but you can't buy your way in. You have to be accepted. You have to be a successful team to go play at the premier level and get accepted to these big tournaments. And the reason you want to go to these big tournaments is because that's where the college coaches go and scout. That's where all my boys got scouted. They go and see us play another successful team, and it's just a huge opportunity for them. So, like I said, I can't stress that enough. All depends on what you're looking for your child. But if you got a good coach, it'll help you not be so frustrated either, though. So you want to make sure your kid is playing. You got to make sure your kid is at that level, because and having an experienced coach that knows where to put them where they can be successful. So hopefully that answers some of the questions that you may have. If you have any more questions, please give me a call. I'd love to chat with you about it. But this is, again, when you're first starting, I didn't know what I didn't know until I got out of the club side, and then I realized I knew nothing. I thought it was a pretty decent coach in recreation, but it's different when you get to club. It's a much higher level. But like I said, with Storm, you have by far the most successful club in the high desert. And again, we're one of the most successful clubs in Southern California, and our club has been ranked as one of the top ones in the country, one of the at least top 100 in the country. So you're in good hands. Give me a call, contact me if it's something you're interested in knowing more about. So again, I enjoy the rest of your season, and we appreciate you guys coming out.